Hello, I'm Lisa, and this is my spring garden. Look at the size of that daffodil. It's a shame we've not got smelly vision, because the smell of these, they're a daffodil scent. I know that sounds weird, but some of them don't have such a lovely scent to them, but this is a really high, hits you right in the back of the nose. Look at that. Now, do you remember in my last video I was a little bit concerned that I'd perhaps picked the wrong thing up or been sold the wrong thing, and I said they might get a bit pinkier as they age. Look at that. I am extremely happy with them. Replete. I think they were probably about £6 or £7 for that pot of joy. Isn't that amazing? Hello, Mr. Seagull. It was only a week ago, wasn't it? Look, they're all out. And I'm particularly enjoying them up against this foliage, which has got a browny tinge, and it's sort of a browny tinge on them. It's the same sort of colouring. Really enjoying that. From my seat, I'll look through at the daffodils, look through at the rose. Beautiful. How else is everything going? Wallflowers, buds are coming. Forget-me-nots are all up. I learned something on, was it on TikTok? I learned something. The white, if they've got a yellow centre, excuse the state of my fingers, if they've got a yellow centre, they've not been pollinated. If they've got a white centre, they have. Well, I'm having the most fun going around going pollinated, not pollinated, pollinated, not pollinated. Never knew that. These are coming on, buds are getting fat. Particularly happy with this. This was Miasda of a few years ago. To be fair, it's taken a while, pyracantha, but look, it's got all over it. It's got the buds. So that's going to have flowers and lots of berries everywhere, all over it. I think since I tied it up to go laterally across the fence, see, laterally across the fence, since I've done that, it's really come on. Ooh, that's, what is this? Oh, campanula. Campanula. Little bit of flower on it. And I might, if we have a look in, I'm going to probably be able to get, yeah, see, look, I put a stone in to hopefully root something. Yeah, I reckon they're roots. I'll just put a stone on top. I reckon I can pick that out and divide that a bit. I'll do that at the weekend, get a bit more out of that. These are still going. What bargain these were. They were the £6-7, weren't they? But they're all about that, £5, whatever, for a whole pot. They've been amazing. Definitely getting them next year. Lots of leaf coming on the roses, new roses. And that one, my hanky panky, different from last week. Lots of lovely leaves. Oh, look at this, I found this. This come from nowhere. Look, that is a little clematis. Here, come out. You're going to, there you go, for a little bud. Little clematis. That's probably been in there a couple of years, not done anything. It's just decided this year I'm going to survive. Well, have you? That's my little little bench. This is, that's called Arthur. It's a yellow rose, not doing very well, so I dug it out of where it was and stuck it here. This will be like a little nursery bed. Same with this one and this one. These were just two little tiny little rootlets on the main terrible trunk that weren't doing anything, so I've put them there. That's like a little nursery bed. We'll see how they go. Some blanders, look at them. And up here, I didn't cut this back this year. Normally I cut it right back to the nub, but I left it, chanced it. And look at that. This is the Prince Charles clematis. Look at the bud on it. Let's hope that does something. We'll all watch for that, won't we? I'm sure I shall show you. This was just pipping last week. I've cut them all back now. I've cut all my fuchsias back. Look at that. That's coming on. That's the pink one, the pearl. King's Night Pearl. God, that sun is getting hot. Little look at me washing. Sun is getting hot. These are all just doing their thing. This is coming. This is my favourite flower of all. It's got the bud. See the bud coming. A little saxifrage. That's magnificent, isn't it? That's just a little albrecia. Come in the garden. Little albrecia, but isn't that beautiful? Really enjoying that. It's just while I sit and have a cup of coffee and I look onto that. Just lovely. I've cut all the fuchsias. Let's see, I'll sit here, look. I'll show you my view. Ooh. I'll sit here, stick my foot up. And that is my view. It's very colourful for this time of year, isn't it? Just see what I mean by the... I'll put my finger in. There. I'm looking at that colour combination, which is rather beautiful. And there's my little daffodils. Little colour just there. The spirea is very pretty. The leaves. I haven't cut this one back yet. Salvia. It's a little bit softer, that one. I'm going to have to do a little bit of surgery on that. There we go. Washing, peeping. Door open. Had the door open all week. Look at this. In March, door open. So that's my... I've got this ugly board here because it's just stopping the wind getting to these plants. As I said, it can be windy. Sun's gone in. That's that spirea. Aren't they pretty? The leaves are just lovely, aren't they? What have we got going on round here? That's coming on a tree. That's the iceberg, one that's about 50 years old. They're out here proper now. I leave them in situ, the wallflowers. Left in situ. Look at that orange. Isn't that an amazing colour? Smells fantastic too. Don't know if I showed you these. These just pop up. The size of that. I'll do them a hand. What size of that? Isn't that beautiful? They just pop up year after year. I know it's a weed, but look at the lovely colour of that dandelion. I know it's a weed. This is all a bit, I've cut all the salvias back so it just looks like soil, but it's all happening. This is new. Look, solar. This is new. String of lights for the grandson. Little bees. These glow all night. Up until I got up 5 o'clock the other morning and they were still glowing their little hearts out. The only trouble is they hang upside down. I don't really know how to I don't really know how to make them sit the right way. It doesn't matter, does it? My grandson likes that. That gives him a lot of joy. Polly's still incredible. These jet fires, look, they have seen better days, but from afar, gives you colour. They've been going for about a month. Look at the little bellies. Isn't that lovely? Now, do you remember last time I told you about our bargain we got out the tip? Look at that. I told you he'd make it look beautiful. Doesn't that look incredible? Look at that. £5 from the tip. And I have cleaned the water out. I have cleaned the water. I've chopped all the fuchsias down now because they're well on their way. They were just a bit of a twiggy mess. I've got to put all the pots straight. That's going to be my job. We have had a couple of little visitors to the garden. Indigenous wildlife. I said this was a, did I call it a Daphne? I don't think it is. I think it's a Wigelia. We've had some indigenous wildlife. If we were in South Africa, it'd be rhinoceroses visiting the garden and people would all go, oh, how wonderful, how marvellous. Aren't you lucky? But it isn't. We're in England and it's rats. Size of capybaras. Never seen nothing like it. Bold as brass. So they've knocked some of me pots over. They're that big. They've knocked some of me pots over. That's the Eremitalicum pictum. Isn't that just glorious? Look at the texture in that. Beautiful. That's a very white one there, isn't it? Look. Shame, because that then goes off. But then you get the red berries. But for now, I'm really enjoying that. It's spread nicely. This little corner, little dark corner. This is the hydrangea, the north one. These come out, they're white, like a greeny white colour, and they smell like fizzy lemonade. Beautiful. It's all a bit chopped down. This I thought I'd killed it. I chopped it back. I thought, oh, I killed it. But if you go right in, how in are we? You see, we've got a little shoot, little. You can just, yeah, perhaps see it there. Little pinky shoot, that'll be fine. Oh, and here, look. And here, little pinky shoot, that'll be fine. That'll thicken up, it needed it. These tater tates are going off a bit now. Ooh, finger in the way. But from the inside, they still give a fair bit of colour, you wouldn't know. Look how lovely that is. How green those shoots are. They've got white flowers too. Look at the way they're tinged with red at the top. So pretty. Oh, looks like a little bit of rain's going to come on his way. In just a week, look how these have popped up. I reckon they're going to be white, or I can't quite remember what I've bought. I think it's white and orange. I reckon that's going to be white, don't you? Beautiful tulips. That's yet to flower. Where did I see? Oh, I was going to show you this. Seedlings. That was a white foxglove. Sees it there? Got from Asda for like £1.25, and it was huge, and it went on for months. So I saved those seeds, and there's some purple ones over there. This is something we can watch. I think that's orange, that one. And these are lovely. Peppermint stick. Oh, they'll be open soon, and you're going to just love these. If you don't know them, you're going to rush and get them for next year. We're going to dig this bed out, so I need to mark them so I don't throw them away. I've chopped this back. It was, do you remember, it was huge. I've chopped it back. Just left that there, give it a little bit of extra protection. That's the macrophilia. See, just a bit of extra protection. This is next door. This is at the back. This is at the back's wisteria, and we've trained it through. We're nicking that, having that. Look at the buds. Even if I just get, I don't even need the flowers. Just the foliage will be beautiful, won't it? Up against, go backwards, up against that black shed. That used to be the chicken run. That was all open, just wire. But we have used pallets. My husband has chopped up pallets and made it into the shed and painted it black so it be seen. Should we have a look at the shed? Let's go in. Let's view my shame. View my shame. I have to go down here because I've... Right, I'll show you because I am going to this weekend clean it out. Oh, the shame, the shame. Look at the mess. See, some things have survived, some things have not, have they? Look. Dead as a dodo, but alive, dead. Knew this was a lobelia. And there's my little, do you remember the little bargain I showed you? I've left them like that. They're happy at the minute. That's a overwintered osteospermum, but we don't think it's going to do much, is it? But I've enjoyed a couple of flowers out of it. This will all be sorted, and we will come in and I will show you my potting shed, and we will revel in it, and we'll all go, oh, isn't her potting shed beautiful? Yes, it is. It's not at a minute, it's a right old state, isn't it? See, look, husband is doing his end, his and hers. That's his end. This is, I can't even get up there to show you because there's all bins in the way. This will be amazing. Next week I will show you and you'll be proud of me. And you'll say, isn't she a good girl, clearing that up. I'm just going to put the top lock, cobwebs, and the bottom lock because of our indigenous wildlife. Right, I think that's more or less it. I just wanted to really, water butts, I just wanted to show you the glory of those daffodils. I am made up by them. These are coming on. Sweet Williams. I've had these a few years now. They seem to like it in this pot. Oh, look, forget-me-nots. How sweet are they? And this, I'm hoping, is a contorted hazel. I'm growing it. I am hoping it is. I am loving it. Oh, is that it? Is that? Oh no, I'll tell you what else I wanted to show you. Oh, just look at them again. So you don't need a big garden, do you? You could have that in a window box. You could have that outside the front door. Just got to have a bit of patience when they're growing. Try not to spin you round too fast. This is what I wanted to show you. Last week, it was just sort of green with a bit. Now look. Oh, look at that little flower. That is a little sweet pea, an everlasting sweet pea. It's a little alpine one. They don't get much bigger than that, bless it. That's it. That's all it does in the pot. That's all it does. This time of year, it blesses you with these beautiful little flowers. And I sit here with my cup of coffee and I look at my Albrecia and I look at my everlasting sweet pea. Isn't that lovely? The sun's coming out again. Look, cup of coffee, Crocs. Look at that. Don't need nothing else in life, do you? Don't need nothing else. Well, I'm sure I shall come back on here in a week's time and show you, because I reckon the tulips will be out by then and we'll have a look. So, I will catch you next week. Bye bye.